Oh,
Hello.
what's going on? Hope y'all day been real good and real productive. Hope the ladies been active today.
Busy as always. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Was you able to knock out that onboarding?
No, Craig is doing the onboarding. But let me tell you something. These calls are great. I was able to successfully purchase the one that I talked about on the other call, with knowing that the title was going to be good. So that worked out well.
Let's go.
That was exciting.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, we have our onboarding the Monday and Wednesday.
Great. Team gonna take care of you for sure, and then we're gonna lock all the way in.
Yeah, so after that, I need to get on a call with you because I need some guidance.
Oh yeah, I got you.
I know you do. I was telling Craig, your level of excitement is awesome. I love it.
It's time to get it. Miss
Yeah.
Hicks, I see you stepping in the building. Garcia, what's up?
Hello. Everybody doing okay today?
Oh yeah, man. Good day today, man. I put one of them good deeds in today. My aunt was moving, and all her movers that she had put together had capped out on her, man. They flaked on her. And I just said, man, let me just take a couple hours out of my day. Me and my dad pulled up and helped her out.
That's awesome. It feels good, doesn't it?
Man, it felt real good, man. It felt real good for sure. Have my nephews out there breaking their back. Yeah, it's always good to be the general of the troop of the kids, teaching them how to put their hard work in. They keep wanting to get on them video games, man. Something wrong with these kids.
And you got an extra workout in, right?
Oh yeah, I got a major workout in today. I'm talking about I'm beat, but it ain't gonna stop the show, man. Look like we're gonna let everybody jump in here. We'll give everybody about 5-10 minutes to get in here. Really about 5 minutes, and we're gonna go ahead and jump into a deep dive on what's going on with everybody. Kim kind of spilled the beans a little bit about how everything going good for her, so that's great. That's real great. We'll tap in a little more about that too in a minute. They coming right on in, y'all. They coming right on in. Miss Danielle, what's going on?
Not much. Doing well. I hope all is well with everyone on the call.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Jose, did I hear from Jose? Jose, you in the building, right? What's going on?
For sure, for sure. How we doing? Good evening.
Doing good, doing good. Yeah, man. Let's get started at 6:05. Give everybody a chance to get on here, and then
Yeah.
we'll let you take a deep dive in it.
Yeah, we'll jump right on into it. So, okay. Now, these calls that we're doing, obviously on even the Tuesday one, which is the more of a free Q&A, but they are recorded and posted somewhere on school, correct?
Oh yeah, every replay is reposted.
Yeah.
Just in case anybody miss it. And I send an email out to every single person with
Okay.
the replay. If you wasn't able to make it. Last reminder to everybody.
I'm thinking one thing we could do, and I know we're live on the call now, but obviously we're sitting there putting it on the calendar, which calls are next, who's going to be coaching it, the topic. One thing that some people who already know aren't going to make it on the call, they should already be emailing some questions. So for those of you listening, I mean, that's something y'all could do. I used to do Q&As, and I would advertise it a week ahead so people knew they couldn't make it but wanted to watch the recording. At least they would get their question answered when the call was live.
Oh yeah, I love that. I love that. Hmm. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
I got a quick question before we kind of jump in. Did I say somewhere somebody talked about business credit?
Yeah, I do actually got a guy who can help out with us inside the group. I can have him come in and talk about it. He charged pretty hefty for the funding, business funding and all of that. But I just didn't we just haven't implemented that side of things yet. We're just taking it one step at a time.
Oh,
But I got somebody I can refer you to for sure.
thank you.
All right. It's 6:05. Let's ride, Clyde.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's on you.
Yep, let's jump right on into it. So we are here, we're live, let's get started. And that's one thing about it is, same with my calls. Anytime we got a set call, we start right on time because we like to respect time for everyone. And for those of you who show up on time, phenomenal. The rest of them, nothing against it, but you can catch the recording. So we're going to start right on the dot. So tonight, I know we have rehabs and I think it was even material, budgeting, etc. We covered a lot of that last Thursday, if I'm correct. Thursday or the previous one. It was pretty recent. So if you need a little more of a review on that, go back and watch that call because there's a lot of points that we put out there from numbers, budgeting, materials, etc. You can catch a little bit on that. Tonight we're going to focus a little bit more on the handymen, the contractors, how to hire them, which is huge. When you think about investing in a mobile home that you're going to keep, you're going to rehab, put it out there as a rental, rent to own, it doesn't matter. You are going to conduct an actual rehab. You are going to have somebody that comes in and does a rehab unless you want to do it yourself, which is AKA how I started 8 years ago. Don't focus on that. But there's a lot of things that you need to know because unfortunately, and Holden has said it here a few times, I'm not going to be shy about it. You are dealing with contractors. It's in the name for a reason. And it's unfortunate, but I would say 8 out of 10 contractors will immediately from the get-go will try to do you wrong. But that's just the way that it is. Furthermore, you keep certain contractors that obviously pan out. They're there, they check out, they do what they're supposed to do, etc. Sooner or later, unfortunately, it's almost like it's in their nature. And again, I'm saying this not to scare y'all. This is a beautiful business, but there's a lot of things that you need to be aware of, and that's one that's huge. This one can make or break you, and I've seen it. Investors come to me with, hey, I had so-and-so hired, and somebody else so hired, and now here I'm where I'm at. You're over budget so bad. It's one of those where you got to get rid of it just to stop the bleeding. There's no win in the situation. So we're trying to teach you all this here, obviously, so that won't be an issue. But let's go ahead and jump right on in. So hiring contractors is number one. Where do I hire contractors? One thing about handymen and contractors, they can do it all. It's number one. They can do it all. It doesn't matter which one you speak to. They've done this, they've been there, etc. Until it's time to get to the nitty gritty. When it's time to dance, suddenly we don't know what to do. And you don't want to hire somebody because remember, your investment is your asset. That's your investment. Who you get the rent to? Who are you going to put in the house when that comes? That's huge. Do I really want this person in here? Well, the same thing goes for a contractor. Here's my asset. I've invested money. I'm taking all the risks. Do I really want this guy who's claiming bigs and highs? Because let me tell you something about a contractor. They're never going to tell you their flaws or tell you something they done wrong, but they're going to spike up everything good about them because they want to be hired. So you want to make sure interview. Remember that, interview, and treat this like no other business. If you were going to go work somewhere new, how would that process look like? We're not just going to hire you because you sound good. No, we're going to have a formal interview, and you need to do so. Now, where I find contractors is number one, social media. For everything, social media. Facebook market, I would say Facebook marketplace is number one for 2 reasons. One, I like to see who I'm speaking to. So right away, and don't worry, they're going to do this to you. I'm going to do what is called a pre-screen before I screen. And when somebody messages me, because I'm going to take whatever city, county, state I'm located in where I'm doing business, and I'm going to post, I have 2 or 3 or 4, however many mobile homes that I'm looking to get some rehab done. Now, notice what I said there. You got to be real specific. I have 2 or 3 mobile homes. I didn't say houses. I didn't say rehab. I made it be clear because there's a big difference between a handyman and a contractor. We'll go over it here in a few minutes. But when I say mobile homes, contractors are out. And there's a reason, okay? So I have 2 or 3 mobile homes that I need rehab and look for any handyman. List it that way. Lose the word contractors out of your vocabulary. I need a couple handymen. They can come and do the work. Something like that. Short, simple, no real specifics. If there's questions, I want them to ask me. When you post something like this on social media, you are going to get a line of comments, chats, DMs, etc. People who can do this, who can do that. I am very limited as to what I want to respond on Facebook, especially. And yes, you can do this on Craigslist. You know, if it works for you, great. I'll be a little off because, again, I don't know who I'm looking at. But when people respond, I'm immediately asking, let me get your number. That's it. Let me get your number, because I'm not going to sit here and chit chat back and forth on Facebook, especially live on some commentary, right? Where we're just going to be direct. So I'll get their number. And when I have a total of anywhere from 20 to 30 people that have gotten their phone numbers, then it's when it's level number 2. That's when I'm going to get into my notepad, see the name, see the phone number, and I'm going to start calling them and interview. We'll go over here in a few minutes. Okay. But that's the way to look for them, as I do. Nelson, if you have the other coaches here mentioned, going to Home Depot, posting your little card there on the board, getting with management, all the above is good. Again, if it works, go about it that way. Again, Facebook to me is because I'm going to post those ads, and when people respond, I'm going to go to their profile. If I go to their profile and I see drinking and smoking and drugs and all these profanity, remember, he's going to be in your mobile home. Okay, is this the guy I want doing what he's doing there in my home? It's going to happen, by the way. Okay, just again. Anyway, so that's number 1. Number 2 is then the interview. It's things you got to ask them. And for those of you listening on here, you got to make notes, because, again, like everything else, I want everything up front, clear, and on the first call. I don't want to call somebody 20 minutes later. Oh, I forgot to ask you this. You got to get all these questions up there in the front. And the biggest thing is you want to learn them. You want to know who you're speaking to and make sure that they know what they're doing. Okay. Number 1 of the questions I ask them, okay, ring, and I call. So, Holden, you on there?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna rope play with you.
Let's go.
You're the contractor. I'm calling Brad. Ring.
Hello, how you doing?
Dead on, by the way. That's it.
That's it. Ain't no business name or nothing.
Nelson, hey, you commented on one of my posts on Facebook where I posted that I needed a handyman for a couple of my mobile homes that I need to rehab. Is this a good time?
Yeah, I'm actually out here on the job. Let me step outside real quick. Y'all boys put that down. Yep. What's going on, Jose?
All right. Always. Let me see. So, hey, I'm going to make it quick for you. So we're going to jump right on in it. I know you're busy. So, hey, I need a couple things being done. I'll tell you a little bit more details on the mobile home itself, but let me learn a little bit more about you to see if it's something that we can work together. How many years you been doing contractor handyman work?
I've been doing it all my life. Started with Papa. I got about 4 or 5 crews right now. We usually do about 2 or 3 jobs a week. And
Okay.
yeah, we can do just about everything.
And that's huge right there. Notice that he answered that he has a few crews, because one of the questions that I ask people when I interview them is it just yourself? Now, I don't mind hiring somebody who is just themselves. It's just a one-guy team. But that one-guy team, I'm going to keep them for something simple. If I have a mobile home that needs maybe a little painting, a little cleanup, a little touch-ups, he's going to be my guy. If I need a rehab, like some of these homes we see, he ain't my guy. Because you got to remember, a mobile home should not take more than about 3 to 4 weeks to get in total a rehab. So you want to get these things gone. Now, moving forward, I'm going to go ahead and ask them, what are some of your specialties? Do you know how to do plumbing, electric, roofing? Or what would you say is your number 1 specialty?
Well, I got guys that can do it all.
You got a team.
Yeah, I got 3 or 4 crews.
Okay, and that's great. We may not need them, but that's good to know, because some of the homes we rehab, I mean, they are a mess. So for sure, good to know. Okay, now, are you licensed and or insured?
I can get the job done for you.
That's a no. Okay, now those of you listening, I'm not asking them when you ask that question, you're putting them on the light. That's not a question they want to be answered, because the majority of a handyman are not licensed. They're not insured. So I would even ask, hey, it doesn't really matter. I just want to know what we're working with. I hire everybody, by the way. So kind of cool it back down. It's cool, but we're still going to work together, but I need to know all that up front. At the end of this coaching, I'm going to show you some contracts that we do because yes, everything gets put like everything else. It gets put on paper. There's no handshakes here. Okay. I don't even like handshakes, by the way. Paper. Okay. So, all right. So you're not licensed to sure that's no big deal. I do have a couple of forms that I have all my handyman fill out just to make sure we're all covered. You're okay with filling one of those out?
Man, I just really just like to, do a little cash.
Okay. I think Holden has been hanging around handyman too much. He sounds just like him. Okay. All right. So hey, here's what I got. I got a couple mobile homes, like I told you, and they need minimal. One of them needs a little bit of flooring. The other one could use an interior just update. Now, when I say handyman and work, I mean, have you done work on mobile homes specifically?
Yeah. I worked on a couple of them, worked on a couple houses, we can work on cars if we need to.
I asked that because houses and mobile homes are very different. I know they're both houses. I know people live in each one, but the way that the mobile homes are structured could be very different. I don't want some guy who all he does is commercials, duplex commercial coming in here thinking it's the same game. And the reason for that is your budget will be gone. It will be gone on day number one. So you want to make sure that who I'm dealing with is somebody who at least has some knowledge, and be clear and transparent about letting them know I'm an investor. We're looking to invest in these and rehabbing them up to this part. Rentals, we're going to make them livable and presentable. That's it. Don't get fancy with it. It's just livable and presentable because most people tear them up, unfortunately. If it's going to be a rent to own, then it's going to be a rehab next level. If it's going to be something like a mobile home on a piece of land, which is more now considered real estate, we're going to step up our game. Basically, the inside looks like a house. So you just got to know what is your strategy. Okay. So, all right. So yeah, Holden, I mean, it sounds good. I'd like to get you one on our two homes here to check them out and give us a quote, see what we're looking at. How readily available are you?
I mean, well, we're available. We just charge a quote fee. I'm gonna need some gas. I'm gonna need some gas money for these boys. Not just me gonna come check it out. I'm gonna have a couple specialists come check it out for you.
All right, so everything checks out. You and your boys, you come out, you handle the job. If I were to say it's good right now, would you say you can start tomorrow?
Well, yeah, I'll probably get somebody out there in the next day or two. Just gonna depend on what you need done.
Got it. All right. So again, pause and back on here. So here's the thing. A big red flag for me, and I know this is going to sound weird for a lot of people. I don't ever want to call a contractor or hire a contractor that says he's available right now. He's available tomorrow. A good contractor, a good handyman is always busy. They're always busy. So when you're able to get one of those, you want to grab them and keep them because you don't want somebody else to snatch them from you. So as much as I hate to hear, hey, it's going to be a couple weeks, maybe 3 weeks, but I could potentially start with you a little sooner. That's what I like to hear. Joe Blow, who says he's ready tomorrow morning, he ain't busy for a reason. So keep that in the back of the head. Okay. Red flags. You're paying attention to these. Okay. A couple more questions, Holden, and I'm going to let you go. I know you're busy. Do you have your own transportation and or your tools?
Yes, we do got a couple vans, couple trucks.
Okay. And that's good. The way he keeps talking more so sounds like he's a company, which could be good, could be bad. Companies, contractors are going to hire, anytime you hire them, they're going to be more of a contractor. So if you have to do a wall, that's a contract. If they have to fix light plugs, that's a contract. They got to do flooring, that's a contract. I don't want that. I want a handyman who has a team who can do it all. Again, one of the team members could be an electrician, one could be a plumber, one could be a roofer. We may not need them, but I want to know that he has them in case we do. Okay. Well, Holden, that was great speaking with you. So look, I'm going to do a couple more things, review a few things, and I'm going to connect with you. So you probably hear from me tomorrow. All right.
Yeah, that sounds good, buddy. Just give me a call. We can get you out there ASAP.
Good deal. Good deal. Yeah. Anybody on the call, you're welcome to slow me down, stop. I mean, we're role playing it. This is what it looks like. I have and I don't suggest you start with this immediately, but I have a 3 to 5 minutes tops calls when I'm doing interviews. You know, I hear some investors saying, well, I talked to him for about 20 minutes and he sounded great on the phone. The same family members. Okay, this is a job. This is a business. I'm doing a formal interview. I want to get to the bottom from A to Z and be done. That's it. If it's not about work, I don't want to hear about it. Contractors are notorious for telling you about a family member, a van broke down, a tire went. That's got nothing to do with what we're talking about. So bring it to the point because I want to get to the next guy. 20, 30 guys means you may get 5 good ones. 5 good ones means you may get 2 or 3 at best. And that means once you narrowed the 5 that you have to check out, those are the ones that are actually going to get the go and check out the mobile home. As far as when he said, I'll charge you a fee of this or that, I don't pay for fees. I'm trying to get you to give me a bid and a quote. Now, if it checks out and I see what I like and we can work together, I'm going to make sure that I take care of you and we hire you for this job and future jobs. Don't come in here immediately trying to charge me. They're great about immediately pay me up front, pay me this. We'll get to that in a minute. All right. Number 3. All right. So be in control. That's huge. Holden talked about it, I think 2 weeks ago about how to treat. You got to be in control. I think a lot of investors many times, and I've heard it. You say, well, I don't want to bother him. I don't want to call him. I just spoke to him this morning. I don't care if you have to call him every 5 minutes. We're going to get the point across. If you were being hired by a company somewhere, would you just get to do what you want and you think the people above you say, well, I don't want to bother him? It doesn't matter what you bother or not. And it's not about being a micromanager, but it's about making sure that things are done right. Because when you don't focus on that, things don't get done right. I'm going to share a quick little story. Spider keeps coming at me. Spider. Once upon a time, a lady, an investor, came to us for some of our coaching. Now, she had already started on the investment in a mobile home in Savannah, Georgia. She bought a mobile home. She was thrilled. She was out of state. She wanted to do it immediately, virtual, etc. She heard a lot of things, but hadn't had a whole lot of coaching. Ran with it and hired the first contractor that came around. That contractor went from, and I know I'm speeding the story up, he went from getting the mobile home, getting the contract, getting paid at the startup, to getting fully paid and never did a single thing in her home. What he was doing, he was actually working on another mobile home in a complete different city, telling her this was it. This is how I was going. Here's some updated photos. And she was steady, just sending him money. On the last day, she decided, let me go out there and check it out in person because, of course, she's sitting there watching something from ugly to beautiful, which is a goal in itself. It succeeded. Gets there, complete different home, has never been touched. Guy, of course, at this point, nowhere to be found. It's not about micromanaging. I want to make sure that things check out. And when it comes to contractors, I would say don't, trust but verify. If I got a guy working somewhere, I don't mind getting boots on the ground from a part manager, maybe another wholesaler, maybe another investor. Hey, I'll pay you a couple $100. Go check on my guy, make sure things are checking out. That's all you got to do. Cameras today are very easy to be edited. They send you what they want you to see, not what they don't want you to see. And you're going to get, hate to use the word, screwed at the end of the day. Okay. Number 4, where we're at. All right. Holden, I think you mentioned this last night. Slow rehab. I have two crews. They kill me. These guys, Mr. Reggie's one of them. He's phenomenal. When I say he's phenomenal, when Reggie says he's done, he's done. That means he has done the work like it's supposed to be done, and he's delivered like every other time. Phenomenal. But he takes an extra week, almost guaranteed. If Reggie's going to do the job, it was going to take 2 weeks. We're looking at 3. But I never have to check on Reggie. I never have to follow up. I do at a practice, but Reggie gets it done. So make sure that you're not such in a hurry to go, because a lot of these contractors start missing. And guess what? Yeah, you got it done in 2 weeks, but now you got to get Reggie to do another 3 weeks and come clean up the mess. That ain't benefit nobody. You're double paying and you're wasting time. Every day your mobile home is not rented or sold, it's costing you money. So slow many times could be better than obviously hustling and running. Number 5, all right. Hey, here it is. Huge. How do you pay a contractor? Wow. If I could tell you how many stories I've heard from park managers, park owners, and investors. I paid John and he ain't showing up. He ain't showing up. John don't exist no more. That's the way that works. I pay every contractor by the job. You want to create a lazy individual, pay them hourly or salary. If it's supposed to take an hour, it took them 8. Why should they hurry to do something in an hour if you're going to pay them for 8 to get that job done? Okay. I know it sounds like we're bashing contractors here. It's not. This is real time. So what happens is I pay them by the job and it's even more beneficial. So when I say job, okay, John, you're going to fix the roof on this mobile home. That's a job. You're going to get inside the mobile home and fix the ceilings. That's a job. Now you got 2 jobs. You're going to paint the walls. That's another job. Now you're at 3. You're going to fix the floors. That's number 4. You see what I'm doing is I'm breaking down the home. Now, what happens, John, is, and I've never met somebody who does not like to get paid every day. You can get paid every day. You get that roof done tomorrow, I'll pay you when it's done after we review it. You get inside the next day and fix that ceiling, get it all squared up, painted and nice and neat, I'll pay you for that too. Next day you fix the floors, you get paid. Who doesn't like to get paid? Every day. But it comes after the job is done, after it's been reviewed, after it checks out and is good to go. Okay, a lot of contractors tell you, well, I need to get some money up front because I got to go buy the material. And not going to work either. I told y'all in the previous coaching, some areas where you can find materials off media, Craigslist, social media, Facebook, Marketplace, etc. If you have to go to, which we do use Home Depot a lot, okay, Home Depot and Lowe's, is they have what you call, and I suggest everybody get a reward card and an actual business card if you can. Okay, if you cannot, that's okay. You can use a regular debit card or credit card. But what's going to happen is you're going to send your contractors to do their shopping, browsing, whatever they need, and then they go to customer service and they call you to make the phone sale. So we done took that away, you having to pay. If a contractor pays for the material, they're going to mark it up even more. Material is expensive enough. It's actually quite low right now, but still, you don't want to pay them more than you need to pay, right? You're in control. When you pay over the phone, they send you a receipt which breaks down every itemized number. And again, this is where you get into a micromanage in a sense. I have caught multiple contractors who overbuy. I know what the home needs. Okay, you need a 10 sheets of plywood and you bought 15. Where's the other 5 going? Okay, and I'm not being nitpicky here, but I know what's going on. And I point these things out quickly because I want them to straighten out. I don't want to just fire people, but I want them to know I'm in control. So when I see 12 Red Bulls, I don't know where you're going to put those in the mobile home, okay? But I'm going to let you know I see where you bought those. And I made a remark that once to a contractor where I said, hey, if you ever need to take something back, we don't end up using the material, I have a receipt. It pinpoints every item you bought, even the 12 Red Bulls you got. Bam. And I know what's going on. And that's all you got to let them know. No harm. Next time, no Red Bulls. I didn't have to say don't buy. I don't mind buying one. Keep on moving. All right. Pay for material. That was number 6. Number 7 is firing contractors. All right. Yes, you have a heart. I have a heart. I actually have an oversized heart, or so I've been told, but it does not mean I'm going to keep you around. Okay. At the end of the day, this is a business. It's a business. That's it. And I'm going to work with you. I'm going to help you. You come to me, I will be there for you. But when you're telling me or lying to me, it's a game over from immediate. That's all that it is. Don't lie to me about material. Don't lie to me about where things are going. If you tell me the home is going to be done on Monday and here we are Thursday, you're into that. Okay. Do not be afraid to fire and rehire. That's just part of the process. And it's not be so quick, but I want answers. If something doesn't check out, I need to know. Because again, every time that home doesn't sell, doesn't rent, it's costing you money. Not them, you. Okay. So keep that in mind when you're doing this. Okay. Number 8. Let me see. When you are hiring these guys, by the way, always ask for references and don't be that guy. I've heard investors say, well, I got a couple references. Did you call them? No. Well, then why'd you bother getting references? That was irrelevant whether they work with here or there. I had one guy in specific one time, Matthew, I want to say, I can't even remember his name, but I called one of the references. I call, hey, this is Jay. I'm calling from so-and-so, and hey, I got so-and-so here in front of me, and I just wanted to make sure, just run by a couple questions by you. I didn't get to that. I said his name, and this gentleman who was an investor of some sort, immediately, I mean, it snapped from 0 to 100. That SOB owes me this, hasn't done this. So where's he at? I need to know where he's at. That conversation was over. I didn't need to get involved in that, but I knew what I needed to know. It was more shocking that this guy actually gave me a reference that I would call somebody like that. So, all right. Hold on. Let me share my screen if I can. One thing I was going to say is always get reference photos. And reference, I know they could be edited, they could be all kinds of things, but look, I want to know, okay? There's a lot of things that a lot of these contractors do. You want to know what kind of work they're doing. They say you should have got a lady to rehab this home. I said I should have got a better contractor, period. So that's a no-no, okay? Just because it works and it checks out, or it works for a little while, doesn't mean that Band-Aid will work out full time. That's not what I want. When I'm doing repairs, I'm thinking long term, or you just kicking the problem down the road. So be paying attention to some of these duties. And again, if you use a contractor for the first time to come in and do a few things, study, look around and see, well, does this look like it checks out? If it's all right, okay. Anybody tell me what's wrong with this panel box? On the right, obviously, is what it looked like, because somebody decided, hey, they didn't even steal the copper, they just stole the breakers. Who does that? Okay, there's no money in breakers. Okay, this is the panel box where other breakers were put back. Only this is a commercial panel. It's not necessary here. This is a mobile home. You need 10 breakers at most. Okay, little things like that. Again, yes, it works for now. Tomorrow, I don't know, maybe it won't work again. You start getting a leak under a sink and you got particle board, the sink is going down. Okay, it's called downstairs, and it ain't inside the mobile home anymore. Electrician, never, guys. Everybody can do work. If it comes to electricity, and I'm talking about maybe a little light fixture is fine, a little wall outlet, it's okay. But if you're talking about something that needs major repair, replacements, maybe, use a licensed electrician. You're talking now safety. That's not something you want to play. I know it's a bill, but you rather sleep better at night than know that, hey, Joe got in here thinking he could get the job done. Okay. You know, I've actually seen situations like this in real life. Usually it's a guy on the bottom.
He wild for that.
That's a no. OSHA says I'll take care of this real quick. Okay. Again, Jimmy ain't caring about safety today. He's got a job to do. Put it in writing. Everything is in writing. And yes, you're going to ask. I will be putting this up on school so that y'all can use. And this is why we put everything in writing, because I want to make sure that I'm covered as an investor. Yes, you don't have insurance or license, but you're working at your own risk. You're not going to turn around and pretend to fall and come and sue me because you feel that's what you need to be done. Insurance experience, this needs to be done. Before you hire anybody, leave them to go out and do any work. And this is not about pass skip. Hey, I'll get the work done and take care of that later. No, you're going to take care of this and in the job later. So get this done. I need a photo ID. Okay. If you do have even an expired license or insurance, let me go ahead and get that as well. It's a 2-pager that you do. And again, this is just so that it covers yourself. All right. I know I went a little quick there, but that's in a nutshell how you hire contractors.
Bro, that was awesome. That was awesome right there, for sure. Any questions about how to hire a contractor?
Get your game face on for sure. Yeah.
I had a question. This is Angel. I know that it was mentioned in another call about, I think it was Danielle, how she had a trailer that burned down while she was doing the rehab, but she had some type of insurance. Do you carry insurance while the rehab is being done? And if so, what does that look like?
That will be for Mr. Chris Franco, and absolutely. So every time we put insurance on our mobile homes, we let Chris know this is going to be one that gets rehab. He will be able to tell you a better policy based on what the home needs. So it's not just one policy fits all. And that's what I was saying, is depends on the rehab itself. That's what I'm going to get with him, and that will cover that.
I have a question. When you do your insurance, if the unit is still occupied, let's just say they're moving out on at the end of the month, do you insure it from the day you purchase it, or do you insure it from the day they move out?
Ask me that one more time. Sorry.
Do you insure your unit from the day you purchase it, even if the tenant is still in there and your closing date is not until the end of the month? Let's just say
Absolutely.
you the day you purchase
Absolutely. Absolutely. And policies can be stopped. They can be changed the dates if needed to. So absolutely, because I want to make sure that what I'm buying will be there. So I don't want to sign some contract, start buying perhaps, and then something happens, the home gets burnt down or something goes wrong.
Okay, but I have a question about the paying the contractors too. Do you pay them by check? Do you Cash App, Venmo? How do you pay them? And do you have them sign complete a W-9?
Great question, Kim. That's phenomenal. I should have actually covered that on the coaching there. Absolutely. Now, if you pay them using a Cash App, Cash App actually now actually provides a W-9. So that will be handled there as long as you don't go from Cash App to Zelle, the cash, etc. Just kind of keep it one method way. But yes, I would never pay them in cash because I want it to be recorded somewhere. If you're not going to pay them through Cash App, I would definitely say yes, provide a W-9. Anything over $400, I think it's still the same $400. You want to make sure that a W-9 is filled out.
What do you do if they don't want to come? Like, it's just a handyman, somebody who's just going to come in but you find that you're frequently, but they don't want to complete a W-9, but you're never giving them more than $400 at a time. But how do you handle when they don't want to do a W-9?
You know, Kim, I've been told you're like a military man. I don't consider myself a military man. I just consider myself direct. When it comes to contracts, they could be buyers, sellers, or handyman not filling out. It's not being harshful, but it's like, look, you're in charge. You're in charge, Kim. You're telling them what they need to do. Look, Mr. Contractor, if you want to get the job done, this is part of my process. You don't want to sign this, and that's fine, but I can't hire you. Simple as that. They will sign.
I'm trying to backtrack. Unfortunately, I've got a guy who worked for me a couple of years, and he's like, just
That's a hard one. Now that's exactly why this is not a negotiation tactic, because yes, once you get them like that, especially if they don't work for you anymore or you can't offer them a whole lot, that's hard to then say, hey, remember when you work with me here, let me get you to do a W-9. They're not going to do it, sometimes just because they don't care to.
okay. So absolutely W-9 from this point forward.
Please. Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Great questions, by the way, guys. Anybody? And I dropped Chris Franco number inside the chat.
Yeah.
Just tell him you're part of the mobile homepreneur group. He's gonna look out for you for sure.
I'm sorry, I got another question. CASA, are you guys familiar with CASA, which you can hire day labor from CASA, where CASA asks you ahead of time, are you going to pay them by cash or check? So there is no, when you're hiring day laborers, just like at Home Depot, then you don't have the W-9 option. So, because it's just a day or two. What are your thoughts on that? I know that moving forward, if I'm going to keep them, I'm going to do a W-9, but what are your thoughts on that?
Was that for me, Kim, or for Holden?
That was for you, because I use CASA because sometimes it's just hard to find people. And I use those.
I've never used CASA, so I can't give.
I guess in a way I'm like old fashioned again. To me, the best source has also, and I tried it all. I've driven down the road and I see guys working on a house. It ain't not for me to stop by and go in the house and say, hey, I have mobile homes nearby. I'm always looking for contractors if you know somebody. I've gone to Home Depot 6 a.m. and sit there, talk to managers. It can all work, but to me, the best results have always came from Facebook Marketplace, just because of how many I can get in one sitting and really take the best from the others.
And one thing I like about social media is people not going to tag somebody who don't do a good job. It's literally references.
Or somebody will call them out.
Yeah, they'll be like, oh, you don't use them. But I'm guessing CASA is like a thumbtack, right?
CASA is it's not like a thumbtack. It's an agency that actually helps non-citizens and helps them with citizenship and gain employment and those types of things. And they have day laborers in all sorts of fields. So you just send in a request and then they contact you and say, I have a certain number of people. How much do you want to pay? They negotiate on behalf, they vet the people. And then they will say, yes, you have to come pick them up, or yes, they can drive to your job.
It sounds like to me, you W-9 in CASA.
Are you paying CASA or are you paying the individuals, Kim?
No, you always pay the individual. Like I had 2 excellent individuals from CASA too. So you always pay the individuals. And the thing is, if you don't like their work, CASA makes them refund you your money, which I like.
Hey there, Kim. My bookkeeper told me anything under 500, I didn't have to W-9. So I don't know if that helps.
That does. Thank you.
And I've always been told,
I figured
as long as you don't pay 600 or more, as long as you don't, once you hit 600, you have to report their earnings to you as the person who hired them, has to report their earnings So if you're paying them $50, $100, and you don't see them again, that's one thing. But if you're writing them a check and they did a job for you that was $750,
Yep.
the government's going to see that, and you're going to need to report it on the W-9.
I just realized I always pay Cash App. So Cash App, Jose, you said Cash App sends them an automatic W-9.
I would still say if you can get them to do W-9 as a backup, great. But yes, Cash App every year, Cash App actually comes in where you can actually start your taxes directly on there, and it would mark it. Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. I like that.
Yeah, I ain't never heard of CASA before. First time hearing about it.
I've just had some with using social media. I have found that in one of the areas we work in, people do not call contractors out. And I literally spent over 40 grand on a mobile home, and it was a lot of issues. I mean, on renovating it, and it was a lot of issues. So for that reason, I try not to get anything other than just one person to work one day from social.
Did you ever get the references from him before you spent the 40 with him?
Yeah, but the problem was his wife was his reference, and they had a whole scam thing going. I thought she was a realtor and she worked with others. It was a whole scam. They were scamming a lot of people. So there was kids were involved as contractors. It was a lot. They were very, very they were good at what they did.
Professional scammers.
Professional scammers, yeah.
Win some, lose some, for sure. But when you grab, you get one, hold on tight.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. Anybody else got any questions about rehabbing? About how to hire contractors? Tracy and Tamisha, I know y'all came in a little bit later than everybody. You got any questions that you can think of about how to hire?
Hi, this is Lily.
All right, Lillian, go for it.
Hi, one of the forms he had, I couldn't see and I signed in late, so I do apologize, especially if you're repeating yourself. Did you have them sign a whole harmless agreement?
Did I have them sign a whole what now?
A whole harmless agreement? I'm part of a HOA, and if we have a builder or somebody do work for us, we used to sign a whole harmless agreement that when they do work for us, they're freeing us from any liabilities whatsoever. And it was called the whole harmless agreement.
I've never heard of that one. So the form that I got actually came from an attorney that filled it out. He kind of put it together for us based on what we were doing. And I have them fill that out entirely before they can actually touch a hammer going into the home.
Okay, thank you.
And we'll drop that form inside the community too.
It may already be there. But yeah.
They already there?
I think it's already up there. Yeah. If it's not, I'll put it up there.
Okay, great. Yeah, that way you can just take a look at it and you can use what you see best fit for sure. Tracy, it sounded like you was jumping in there too. What's up? How you doing today?
Hey, good, y'all. I'm out in these streets.
Let's go.
I had
Searching for some mobile homes.
Yep. I had a seller finance deal that kind of, I guess, closed today. Well, it had already closed, but my tenants moved in and they were very excited. I worked right into the wire to get the house ready. So yeah, I'm happy about that. So I'll have to catch the replay and then I'll ask any questions in the forum if I do. But thanks, y'all.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Great. Tamisha, you had any questions that you might have heard that you want to bring up about how to hire a contractor when it's time?
No, I don't have any questions.
Okay.
It was me that was getting ready to ask a question. You may have went over this and I might have missed it, but I know you asked them if they were licensed and insured when you did an interview, but do you confirm and have them to give you like a policy number or see a licensed insurance card? How do you do that?
So I don't really care.
Mm-hmm.
So, if they do, yes, you can. But my thing is, I'm asking them more so because here's the thing. Somebody licensed and insured, they're going to charge you more. That's really why I'm asking that. My paperwork in place, it's in place no matter how you put it. So I'm gonna cover me just so that you can't sue me. That's all. You say you're not licensed and insured. I almost hate to say it, but I prefer you anyway. If you are licensed and insured, yes, you can take that extra step to go ahead and call the policy and see what all their coverage with whatever that may be.
Because either way on the paperwork, they're gonna say if they is or not. And if they was lying, then now they in double trouble. They in double trouble.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Double
Absolutely.
trouble. Liar. We're gonna run into a lot of liars now. Okay. All right. That sounds like we wrapped up a couple questions about how to hire. Great job, Jose. Let's jump into the Q&A and let's see exactly where you guys are at with your deals. Let's see what you done took down this week. Let's see how we can help you get to the next step closer to the moolah. I'm gonna start from the very top. Ms. Angel, what's going on? Let's hear what you got going on so we can help you move to the next step.
Okay, I just had talked to a lady today. She actually I had talked to her about a month and a half ago. Her new park home manager wanted them out by the 31st, which is tomorrow. She sent me a couple of pictures in the beginning of the outside and her like data information sheet, but she never called me. She would never call me after she sent that information. So this week I decided to follow up and say, you know, have you gotten that home sold? And she was like, well, I need to move somewhere before I can sell the home. Okay, cool. She was like, do you have anywhere that I can move? So I started looking for places for her. Again, she wasn't responding quickly. But today she calls and says, well, we finally moved somewhere. And I was wondering if you were still interested in buying the mobile home. She said, we'll be moving out Saturday. I said, well, then you say your park manager said you have to have that mobile home moved by tomorrow. She said, yeah, he said he was going to give me another week since my son is in school. And I said, cool. I said, can I come and see it? No, she said, can you come see it today or tomorrow? And I said, well, first I want you to send me some pictures. I asked her, was there a lien on the title? She quickly said no. I said, and also, can you send me a picture of the title? And she said she would. She said she didn't have anything to do after 4. Well, it's 6, almost 7. She still hasn't sent me any pictures or title. And I texted her and I said, hey, me and my business partner, we really want to move on this quickly. I said, can you, when are you going to get a chance to send me the pictures and the title? I don't get a response. So it's like, do I still pursue this person? Do I just like, you know what, you flaky, let me let it go? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, she moving loose, ain't she?
Real loosey-goosey. Real loosey-goosey.
What I think. Matter of fact, Miss Hicks, I ain't heard from you. What you think, real quick, before I say what I got to say?
Well, so first of all, this home has to be moved.
Yes, I asked her that today when just the first time she talked to me without texting. And I asked her, does it have to be moved? And she said, yes.
You know what? I would circumvent her. I would go to the park owner and say, hey, I'm really interested. I know so-and-so just moved out of the park. She said the home is for sale. You know, does it have to be moved? I would find out from the park owner, because if it does not have to be moved, you're not going to get that moved in a week. I mean,
That was my game plan. If I got her to agree to let me sell it, I was going to go to the park owner and say, look, I'm getting ready to I have some buyers that are coming in to look at this. If you can give me another week or 2, I promise to get this moved as soon as possible. I was going to do that once I got, you know, the ends on. Like, she's given me the name of the park that it's in, or the former name of the park. The name of the park has been changed, but she's given me that. But I don't know her exact address and stuff yet.
but you have her name, right?
I have her Facebook name, but I don't know if that's, you know how people have her Facebook name is Megan Rose. I mean, I don't know if that's her. Rose is actually her last name, her middle name, or her made up name, you know?
Well, you got her phone number though?
I do have her phone number.
True People search. Put it in True People search or True People Finder. I got it like saved in my browser, and find out what her name is from there. You type in the phone number, it'll tell you the name. don't wait on her, man, because she's gonna just keep. Some people will just drag you on. I would say it's not dead yet, because that park owner, if that had to be moved, he'll probably give you extra time. If it doesn't have to be moved, sell it as is to somebody. You know, work with that park owner and see, and then you can go to her maybe with a little more credibility. Oh well, you know, I talked to the park owner, and you know, I'm ready to go for this. You know, and see if you can get her to let you sell it.
Okay.
That's what I would do. I don't know, Brad. What were you thinking?
Now I got all over the place with it because I'm leaning towards what you're saying too. Like, yo, you need to go establish a relationship with the park owner. That's all top. But just after hearing what you said, Andrew, I'm kind of like you. Is like, yo, let me get this on the paperwork. Let me get this on the contract. That way I can take that contract to the park, because what the park owners and them gonna do, they're gonna mess around and offer her some money to keep it there, because it costs them way more to lose the home. You know what I'm saying? And then at least if you got the contract locked in, now they know they got to talk to you, at least for right now. But they can use that as an angle, Angel, to be able to kind of like hold you off. Like, yeah, like, yo, we're not giving you that much time. She's supposed to be gone. This house, but then you gotta look at it like, yo, but now I'm the, if you was the buyer, it's different, because now you like, yo, I'm the new owner. So it's like it's kind of, and then she already being flaky. That means she already talked to 10 of you. She talked to 10 yous already. She already got somebody who was like, yo, I'll pull up right now and buy it. She got a couple of those, and she's stalling you to be the last man standing, like she already been doing.
Okay.
So my advice to move forward would be like what Danny said is, man, don't think about that too much, because she already the type of person that'll wait to the end to make something happen. You see what I'm saying? So she already showed her character,
Right.
The character is in the actions.
And the other thing, like you said, having her talk to the park owner, so what? Maybe it did have to be moved, or maybe the park wants it. You just built yourself a good relationship. If you handle it well, and then maybe say, oh, I was really looking for a home in this community, and maybe you'll get a home from the park owner.
Right. So I guess if you're gonna write some notes down right now, it would be because tomorrow is done. It is tomorrow.
Yeah.
She's done. And she didn't sell that thing while we've been on this Zoom call. She's done. So even if you did get it down the contract tomorrow, the best thing to do is go push up on the owner. Or at least push up on the park manager and ask from their eyes, their point of view, what's going on with this house, with this woman, And then that'll open up the gates to them knowing, like, okay, there's somebody who at least outside, at least know you serious and you trying to get something. They might already have something for way cheaper, or have another person coming up evicting that you can have a little bit more time to get in there and get active.
Okay.
I
Appreciate that.
I hope that moved you forward. Jose, what you think about that? And she dropped that people search at the inside the chat.
Stop following up once they pass away. Ryan Serhunt, look him up. That was his thing. I don't know if that's the spirit or what, but always a potential. So one thing I do with a lot of times, and sellers, it's just an example. Sellers are going to lie to you. Remember that. There's a lot of things maybe behind the scenes they don't want you to know. So without me digging too much, because they're going to lie anyway, I start pointing more and more suggestions, more values. So for instance, I have a lady right now who has a double wide inside of a community where the park owner and I have done a lot of business. She doesn't know that. She's behind on lot rents. It was a mother. There was a whole mix there going on. He just wants her to basically get rid of the mobile home out of the community or sell it to somebody else. She's obviously more concerned with whatever's going on. So every time I call and leave a voicemail, I'm changing up a little bit more. The original call was, hey, I'm an investor in the area. I noticed your mobile home, pull up some public records, and I noticed you were the owner. If you're interested in selling, give me a call. Simple, just let it be. Second call around, basically the same thing. And also, if there's any title issues, don't worry about it. That's something I specialize in. Third call, if there's any liens, if there's any back owed taxes, I'll take care of all the above. So you're almost building up of solution, where it's almost like I'm going to trigger that. Whatever it is she's lying, she's going to realize, well, he can't handle it anyway. So might as well engage. And it doesn't always work, but that's something that I would say is definitely keep on following up. Put it on the back burner. You got other bigger, greater deals, but it's something that if it's still live and active, jump on it.
Buyers, what they say, buyers are liars, sellers are tellers.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I think you still got something. You just gotta you gotta get in contact with somebody who's gonna go back and forth. Like you, and like what you said, Jose, follow up with knowledge and wisdom, and hey, I hope the move was great. You know, stuff like that. Congratulate them on the move. Go ahead and start. You literally almost start pushing away from them and just being that type of. Then they be like, you know what? Let me just holler at her because she really just throwing out, different, like you said, different things that she can help me with. You never know. You might just be lined up to help them sell that next house because it sounds like to me if they wait that long to get out of the house, they'll be getting out another one really soon.
Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah. All right, let's go down the line. Chandra, what's going on now? Where you at right now with your deals? Where you at?
Currently, I don't have any deals. On the weekends, I drive for dollars and post bandit signs. What I really want to do is learn to market virtually to try to look for some deals. Maybe I can put that in a group, get some help with that.
Currently, right now, on your Facebook, do you have when you're doing these driving for dollars, do you have videos up right now and pictures up right now? You driving for dollars?
No.
That's the first thing I do. Do you even take pictures when you're outside?
When I drive for dollars,
Mhm.
I have, yes.
Okay.
Are you talking about take
Yeah,
videos like when I'm just driving, looking through the parks and put those up?
like real live, like, hey, I'm outside driving for dollars today. If you guys know anybody who's looking to sell their mobile home, make sure you tell them to give me a call. This is my phone number, et cetera, et cetera. I do buy mobile homes in any condition, kind of
Okay.
because you already going outside, you just got to pull the phone out and you got to go ahead and have it. So that way, whenever you do make those posts virtually, that people can at least go back and reference like this person really does the mobile home investing. I mean, that's how we all follow each other in this game is by actually looking at each other's profile and be like, is they really outside or are they just saying this right now?
Okay.
That's
Okay.
that's one of my tips that right there that I was thinking. If you haven't at least start showing people and get into some Facebook groups and start posting like your criteria, what you're looking for, what the perfect deal looks like to you. Even with us having the back end teaching you title bonds and all of that stuff, man, start posting, hey, anybody got any mobile homes without no titles, give me a holler. I'm willing to take those off your hands. Anybody got mobile homes in the community? I try to post at least 3-4 times a day.
Okay.
Yeah, because I do it in the morning, in the afternoon, and at night. And then
Okay.
sometimes I'll just have a random post when I'm in the mix,
Okay.
Even if I don't post it and I'm out at one of my mobile homes, I still record what's going on. It's documentation, we documenting, we promoting. So that's what I think that would be the very best thing for you to get started. It ain't like you're not outside. You got to start recording and letting people know if you're trying to go virtual with it. What you think, Danny?
I was just gonna say that just to be a little more clear too, like when you post on Facebook, go in, I post every day buy, sell, trade groups. Search in your area, wherever you're trying to buy a home or sell a home. Search, say you're in Atlanta, buy, sell, trade. And you'll find 50, 60 groups. Join them all and post your virtual bandit sign in there. Or post, like Brad was saying, you can combine, post a picture of you in a community, like however you want to do it. Put yourself out there. Those buy sell trade groups are gold because you can promote for free. You can't do that on Marketplace, but you can do it on buy sell trade groups.
For sure. What you think, Jose? Great advice, Danny.
Yeah, no, that's dead on, Danny, on that. And don't forget to refresh your own post. You constantly post every day, but something as simple as a little trick we use is, let's say whatever you posted tonight, because remember, you post your ad and then it trickles down. Everybody's on top. Nobody's scrolling down and down to find you. But what happens is you find your own post and drop a comma, a period, whatever on your post, your comment thing on your own ad, and that brings it back to the top. So now the next day you post 10 more plus the 10 more from yesterday. Third day you post 10 more. Now you got 30. Now you got 50. Somebody's going to catch the ad.
Okay. Thank you.
They're gonna come to you if you put it out there. I'm telling you, everybody, they're gonna come running. They come running.
I do have a question about those groups because I when I did have the homes, I did post in those groups, but when you post in there, it's just like Facebook Marketplace, like it's asking if you have a home or whatever, or if it's a car or whatever. You know, it's hard to post like your service.
You
got-
can still, you could do a picture, because a lot of time, and you could do it like you're selling something, but you could also just do like in if you're selling, you know, put the picture, we buy mobile homes. Or the other option, a lot of the groups have the discussion section. They've got the buy and sell. They also have discussion. You could also post in the discussion part.
Okay, thank you.
And then one thing you could do is, I mean, when you learn something, ain't nothing like getting everybody attention with giving a drop in the gym. You know what I'm saying? You can always drop a gem that's kind of pertained to the fact that you in the industry, you know, and then people will show up on your profile, and then they'll see the other posts that you did do showing that you was inside, that you are inside the game. Like Kim said, go live while you're in the community. They'll start seeing those pictures, those older videos, those older lives, and they'll start doing their research on you. Have you thought about getting bandit signs and stuff like that yet?
I do bandit signs. I post on the weekends. I post my bandit signs.
You ever take a picture of your bandit sign and post it on social media?
I have not done that. I do have flyers, and I have posted the flyers on there.
Oh yeah, you got to post the bandit sign. That's the internet is ridiculous. I don't think people sometimes can fathom how big the internet is. It's like everyone. You just gotta just put up something catchy, you know?
Okay.
But yeah, start with that. Start with by the next time we have a meeting, we're gonna have you share your screen, and we're gonna look at all the stuff you posted this weekend and over the week about you being being a mobile home investor. Everything's on your page should be mobile home, mobile home, mobile home, mobile homes, mobile homes. And then
Okay.
yeah, that's where you want to start. You want to just at least start right there. And then have you actually went to different communities and try to build a relationship yet?
I haven't in a while. I haven't because I usually get out on Sunday morning, and a lot of times when I get out, the parks are not open because I have to really, where I'm at is just like being abandoned. I have to get out there real early and post them so I don't run into a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What days are you off to be able to go during the week? Because I know they work Monday through Friday. Like they got like a school schedule, 8 to 5. But now a little later than about 5 o'clock, 8 to 5, regular hours for most of these park owners.
I do call parks. Well, this week I've started back because I hadn't for a while, but I call parks to see if they have any homes for sale or any vacant lots to move homes into.
What they say?
Some do, some don't. Some of them don't like investors.
That's cool.
So
Which
yeah, I do
ones
that.
like investors? You got them wrote down, name?
What I do, I have on my Excel, and I just write notes next to that park, like the day I call or whatever. Like some parks I have to call back because I don't reach anyone. So I put a notation on there who I need to call back or what was said or whatever if I did reach someone.
Okay. No, that's awesome. Yeah, I think start right there with posting those. And as far as getting inside the community, ain't nothing wrong with you actually pulling up to the communities if they got an actual office there. So if you can find out from calling them, I know Miss Ruffin, what she does real great is she'll pull up with some cookies, and she get in there and she start building with them. Danielle, you got any tips and tricks for getting started? Ruffin.
Yeah, I'm all about the sweets. Even if you're on a budget, you can go get some blow pops, tie a little ribbon around it, or you can find out, check the calendar, see what day it is. If it's coloring book day, pick up some coloring books, throw a little ribbon around it, because the park managers, they don't get anything but grief sometimes. And something like that puts a smile on their face, and it helps them to remember who you are. Also, when you're starting out, I suggest you visit them every other week if possible. Just pick 3 parks to start to build that relationship with. Don't get overwhelmed by, oh, there's 12 parks I can get to. Start with 3, build those relationships. And then as time goes on, then maybe you just drop in once a month and you move on to another set of parks that you want to build a relationship with. And that seemed to have worked with me, not only the parks, but also the dealers, the mobile home dealers, and the mobile home stores are a good place. And also a gentle reminder, don't forget the real estate investor associations. A lot of cities have those within the county or within the town. That's a good way to make connections too, with investors and with realtors. That is a big thing. And they will send deals your way, even on land, because it's not just mobile homes in parks. Mobile homes is like an octopus. There's 50 million antennas. There's many different ways you can go. So definitely just spread your wings, and the mobile home associations are a good place to network and begin to, develop relationships too.
Thank you.
Great insight. And yeah, Chandra, even for the ones that say they don't deal with investors, just ask them, hey, do you actually, let them know that you actually work with mobile home financing, and you could bring tenants to their front door, and it'll pay them cash straight out. And you could just hit them with something like that. Just let them know, hey, listen, if I can bring you a vetted tenant, the way that you like, full cash for some of the homes that you got vacant, that's been sitting, what would you think about that? Sometimes you just can't take no for an answer. Sometimes you gotta turn up on them. You're like, hey, listen, I understand you don't understand. I can understand that, why you wouldn't work with some of these investors. They crazy, but I'm not them. I actually can, vet these people out, make sure they're going to be a great fit for you, especially, with the type of criteria. I actually rather work with a park owner that don't like investors. Why? Because I know how to treat you guys. And then you can always come back to us with any help. Like, we got the lending, we got all type of ways to be able to help them out.
Okay.
So if I was you to write some notes tonight, it'd be to make sure I post more. Really, before you post, you gotta record more. Take some pictures. If you got somebody going out there with you, get them taking pictures of you or videos of you putting the signs up. Like, you know what I'm saying? You want to create that image for yourself that you're a mobile home investor.
Gotcha. You want me out my comfort zone. Exactly.
Yeah, that's it. That's where all the money
Because
at.
I do not post myself on social media.
That's where all the leads at, outside our comfort zone. That's where all the money at, outside our comfort zone. That's where all the wealth and success is at, outside our comfort zone. If it wasn't, we would all already had it. Yes, Miss Chandra, we're gonna get it going. Miss Kim, let's talk about that deal now.
Okay, so first of all, I have to say this call, I can't type fast enough to all the notes that I'm taking tonight. And I've been doing this for years and I am loving it. So you guys, gems. Thank you. One of the things that you said that I did, which was post, we buy and sell mobile homes, we move mobile homes, generated calls from the Midwest, the South, and so much so that I was like, stop, because it was a lot, and I was having trouble moving mobile homes. So that was something that, if you guys aren't doing that, just a little copy of your bandit sign, or even just what I did is I just typed it in Facebook, put a color background, and then posted it in the pictures of the mobile homes that I had in my stories and on Instagram, and calls just began to flood in. So that's one thing. But so thank you for the advice on the title, guys. Gems. That was just great. The gems is my word of the night because so I went to the MBA and I talked to the lady about the VR 188, and she said she gave me all the information, and then she said, listen, if you can get a hold of them, that's actually going to be the best thing for you. So I went over the scenarios with her. She told me about the writ of mandamus, and I went out and I said, let me try the numbers I have for this person. I called her on the second number. She answered and said, okay, well, you have to come and get me and blah, blah, blah. We can't do this. Okay. I went back in, talked to the MBA lady, and she said, all right, well, if you got her, then they can just apply for a duplicate title online. I was like, oh, really? She said, yeah, they can. You don't have to bring them in or anything. Just do it online, and they can send it to an alternate address. So I was like, I'm right outside the kiosk. I Googled it. I said, I can do it at the kiosk. I called the girl, got her last four of her social. She sent me a copy of the front and back of her license. I stood right there at the kiosk, paid my $20, ordered a duplicate title, and had it sent to me. Now I realize I can do that for so many people who don't have titles, but they own their homes, but they just don't have a title. So they're giving it back to the park because they don't know how to get a title. So wonderful. And then now I can help people because I know how to do the writ of mandamus and get the title for people who do not have it. So I'm super excited. I went by, gave her the money. They're moving out on the 14th. So I sold them that unit for $40,000 and I just bought it back from them for $8,000. So I'm loving it.
Oh, Kim, you went stupid.
Well, let me tell
you went
you
crazy this week.
Look, I bought their house and made $25,000 off of the house I bought from them. And then they used that money and then bought a mobile home from me. And now I'm just buying it back from them. So perfect. I love it.
Nah, that was awesome. Thanks for taking the information and running with it. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to see. Implementation. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's awesome right there. So what's your next move now? You
So
got
my next,
renovating or anything?
so that one, it was already in pretty good condition. So I am going to just go in and do some painting, a light update, and then I'm going to sell or finance that to someone else. My other move is as soon as I found that out, I started calling my people who refer units to me in the park to say, hey, I know a lot of people are getting kicked out at the end of the month. Now, have them call me and I'll pay you the $500 referral fee. If they don't have a title, don't worry about it. I got them. Just have them call me. So now I'm going to do that in other parks as well.
Let's go.
Yeah. So June 30th is like the date. They let them know 45 days ahead of time. So I told my team, let's market to these parks. The postcards need to hit around the 15th to the 20th because that's when they're getting their notice that they can no longer stay in these parks. So I know I'm gonna be this busy, but I'm gonna be this busy. Thanks to you, Ed, because you are showing me how to do it where it's not just me. I don't have to see anybody. I don't have to go and do 28 showings. Guys, get Brad CRM. It is absolutely a game changer. Thank you.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Hey, Kim, I love the energy. Let's go. Hey, and congratulations on those deals. That's amazing right there. You put your feet on the ground and you just running it. You running with it. You running with it all. That's what we want to see right there. Wins. So I want you to put that in the wins category tonight when you get a chance. Drop the win. Yeah, all your wins, man. Drop them. Yeah, let's go.
Absolutely. Now, you know what? So the park manager, this is a park where they say they don't work with investors, and the haters are after me in this park because they keep saying, how come you get to do it but no other investors get to do it? So my question is, the park managers will not take cash. They won't take gift cards. And I know where one of them lives, and I was thinking, let me just slide something in her door. What do you guys think about that? Even though she's like, no, we can't take anything from you because we get a commission when we sell and you're our direct competition. So like, I want to do something, but they keep saying, nope, don't do anything because we don't allow investors in our park. Wink, wink.
But
So
they
what do you think?
allowing you to do business there?
Yeah, I've been in that park almost 5 years.
And they just don't want no gratitude for it, basically. They don't want no tip.
they cannot take anything, they could lose their jobs. But I'm thinking I need to figure out something. Like one of the guys in the park who we call the mayor, he takes food up there, but he don't want anything. He just brings them food. But I feel like people in the park bring them food. I want to do something for them, but I don't want them to get in trouble. So what do you guys suggest?
When people start screaming, they're gonna get in trouble. It get weird, you know. Because, and then if you push it anymore, it's kind of like, yo, I told you you're gonna get me in damn trouble. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I look at it kind of like, man, as long as you can continue to do great business inside there and keep everything locked in, you are giving them the gift cards, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because we get them excellent tenants. We usually
The
get
last
this.
thing you want to do is get them on your bad side by doing something they begged you not to do. You know, even though it's coming out the kindness of your heart. You know.
Yeah, you
I'm
know,
glad
it's just
you asked that question too, because some people would have just forget it. I'm gonna pull up out of. They would have been like, yo, what are you doing? You don't want it to turn into that type of vibe. Like, yo, she don't listen. I think
yeah,
this is her last one with us. You know, you don't
Yeah.
want that. You know.
I'm not doing that.
Just
Definitely.
continue to do great business and continue to big them up. You know, that's it. You know, props. You know, just give them the love and energy whenever you're around when you can, and then, you know, if somebody be like wink wink, but we can do this, then you done open up another door. But until somebody give you the door to go into, this one ain't one to kick down, because on the other side of it is a ugly face, because you're messing with my dailies. You messing with my bread.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
We'll
But
keep
God,
it.
God gonna bless you though for wanting to even take it that far for people, for sure. Off top.
The blessings, y'all have no idea. And adding you to that list, my team has expanded greatly just because of this and what we're doing with you. Because remember when I started out, I said I need 3 of me. I don't need that anymore.
You don't need it no more. Hey, it's up now.
Yeah.
Yes. It's up. Well,
Thank-
congratulations again, Kim, and thanks for bringing that good energy in here today, man. And yeah, man, turn them up another notch. Let's go. We always can get better. Let's go.
Awesome.
Nice.
Thank you, Tanisha.
Lillian. No, Miss Darlene in here. What's going on? I'm going down the list. Darlene, how you doing? I see you came in here. What's going on? Welcome to the community.
Hey guys, thank you for having me. I'm doing good. Just I'm driving back home from work, but I'm doing good. Couldn't talk the last time, but give y'all a little rundown of what's been going on with me. But I'm a new investor. I took a class around January of this year, and so I haven't made my first deal yet, but I have, received calls. I did get a contract actually signed, but unfortunately I was not able to find someone to buy the home. And so I think I had it priced too high. And so I think we just kind of ran out of time. So it's a bit of a learning lesson as well, but still trying to get that another deal under contract and see if I could follow through.
How long did you have the contract for? 30 days, 60 days?
I put 30 days. Yeah, I put 30 days because I was like, 30 days, I'm sure I could sell it. And in the back of my mind, I was like, and I don't think I want to bother with it for 2 months. So 30 days, I can do it. And put it on Facebook Marketplace, even had an ad out for it, put it on Craigslist, put it on Nextdoor app. Think I even did Google as well. So I did a lot for it, but I think it was just priced way too high because it was a 3-2 double wide. It was I think it was a it could have been a 1980s. No, it was a 2000. It was a 2000, I think 2004.
What you had it in the contract for?
For 24. The lady wanted 24 for it. It was in good condition. The only thing is the flooring. They had pulled up the flooring, so it was just the wood.
And what you was trying to get for
it? I put 45, and I was like,
okay,
nobody.
Sure.
Nobody wants it for 45. And so I was like, all right, so 35. Still nobody wants it for 35.
Darlene, the best way for you to really how you could have crushed that probably it would have you probably still would have took about 45 days using lending. But if you could have owner financed that thing, I'm not owner finance, but probably use like Keyhole or you probably would have had to use Keyhole on this one and then let somebody have to put only $4,500 down on a 2000 mobile home. Because when you start getting past $30,000, people don't have that money. Nobody has that. 1 out of 10 people don't have that. Is rare. People are broke. Like just being real. Nobody. And if they do have that, they're gonna want to put 30,000 towards a single family home. Like you see.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you got to like get down to the real details here. Like I gotta just be real with myself real quick. What would I do with this 30,000? Would I go move to a community or would I just try to go get me a new build construction and put $30,000 down or probably put 5,000 towards my credit, get it fixed? You see what I'm saying? But the way
and I was gonna say the other thing, it had to be moved because it was on private land.
Oh yeah, man, come on. Now they would have had to spend 45 plus another maybe 10,000 in miscellaneous with the move. Like you would have had the best way I would have did that. I would have got it for 25 and I would have sold that thing for like $3,500 profit or $5,000 profit, and I would have been on to my next deal the next 30 days. And this is actually something that I had to learn myself too. So I don't want you to feel like you're the only one that like, yo, I've done this. Well, I'm like, yeah, I'm getting them for 25. I'm trying to sell them for 50. Then they be sitting on the market for 90 days.
Right.
So
you mentioned that you would use Keyhole?
Yeah, and you get with Danielle Hicks. She in here still. I don't know if she's jumped out or she just listening in. But
I'm here. So Keyhole is kind of back in business now. But there's other lenders you can suggest. Keyhole is the easiest to work with if you're trying to, do it as a wholesaler. But yeah, I mean, you can market your homes. That's what I put, say 45,000 is your asking price. Put 4,500 as the list price because I've said it before, when people are looking for homes, they put that price cap. If they only have $10,000 cash, they're looking for $10,000 or less. So put that there. You'll get some flack for it, but do it. Be very clear, even in the title, say prices, down payment with financing available for all credit types, however you want to put it. And then in the description, say, down payment 10%, because that's what Keyhole does. Most other lenders are between like 10 and 20%, depends on the lender. But you put that and you're going to get so many more people inquiring. And then, you work with me. Like I know most of the big lenders in the game and I can help you. If somebody's got low credit, we'll send them to me. We'll go through Keyhole. I'll hold your hand through the whole way. You don't have to do much for it. You really just have to stay on top of them to make sure they get their documents into us. And then and it gets financed, you get wired your money, or you can like be in charge of the deal and you get all the money and then you pay out the seller and you keep your bit and that's it. It's done.
Oh, okay. I wish I would have known about this.
Oh yeah, okay. That's why you in the family now. You get all the tools on your tool belt when you come in this stuff.
There's so much to learn.
Yeah, because
we all made those mistakes starting out. Right. I mean, and that first one was so hard because you don't have the pipeline. Once you get the first few done, you'll have buyers and sellers. You don't need to worry as much. But those first couple deals, it's a scramble because how are you supposed to find a buyer in 30 days, especially for a high price home? It's hard to do.
Right. And I feel like that's kind of what the disconnect is because honestly, like I have no problems. Like people will reach out and say, hey, I have a home. Come look at it and, kind of decide if I'm going to follow through or not. But it's like trying to find the buyer part. So I'm like, well, if nobody wants to get it because it's so high or if it's too high, then what do I do then? Because I'm new. I don't exactly have the best buyers list, except for what I kind of put up on my ghost ad. And so they either want it or they don't. But
yeah. And
now
that's all it was. You just trying to make too much money on that one. That's all it was. And
yeah.
I wouldn't even say that. I'll take that back. You wasn't trying to make too much money. You just didn't have the tool to make as much money as you wanted to make.
Right. That, and I realized I was too high because I didn't have too many people in my inbox. So I was like, okay, something's wrong with the price. I just know it. And then I didn't know how to pivot. So that was the other thing. So yeah, that's a good
Like
gem.
me,
I
I got over
appreciate that.
10,000 people in my CRM that I literally just send a blast out to. And then they literally just start going on the tours, and they either getting pre-approved or they ready to buy cash. You feel me? So, and that comes from all the different listings that I had in my areas, and just being able to cultivate those people and put them all in one place. You see what I'm saying? So, once you getting started,
Oh.
once you get your first deal or two done, then it's gonna be time for you to, like I said, get a database, get the CRM like Kim, like, because once you get to a certain point, it's like you can only handle so much in your personal cell phone with the family members calling and the cousins and all of them. Like, then you got to start leveraging technology to be able to help you be able to, keep this stuff all organized. And then, like what Mark said, you want to keep your listings up even after you sell them. You want to keep them up so people keep coming in. And hey, this one actually is about to get sold, but I do have one coming up. What exactly are you looking for? Something like this again? Or do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? Like to me, there is no lost lead to me. I'm just going to bag and tag you. I'm going to bag and tag you. If you, I wanted one that can be moved and do it. It came with land. All right, I got you.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because if one comes across your pipeline,
the community, I got you. I want one that's not rehabbed. I want to as is, so maybe I can get in here and fix and flip. I got you. That way, when it do come in, hit them up again. That's what I got. It came in, hit them up again. And that's all you're doing. You just connecting dots. That's all this game is about. You got to be a good dot connector,
Okay, that makes sense. That makes
And
a
in
lot of sense.
2024, the game has changed. You got to use software, But I always recommend it. You do like at least do like 2 or 3, maybe even 4 deals before you start utilize. You want to know that you can get a deal done every month because things gonna come with costs. So.
Okay.
But yeah, other than that, that was your first deal that you had got on the contract. You lost it because you didn't know how to leverage the lending. We figured that out. Have you got anything else in contract or got anything that you speaking with somebody about right now? Because it sounds like you know how to get them under contract. Sound like you well on your way.
I mean, but I do online marketing, and so something's working, or they're reaching out, and maybe they're seeing my band-in signs, but most of it is from Craigslist and Facebook ads that they just see it and they'll just call me. So like today, I don't have anything under contract, but today a lady called me and she's out of Plato. I think it's Plato, Texas. But it's 5 hours away from me. So I'm in San Antonio, Texas. I'm sorry if I didn't mention before. So that's 5 hours away. So I'm like, ooh, okay. I don't know how she got me, but okay. But she has an old mobile home. She thinks it's in the 1980s. She's not sure. She just bought a plot of land and it has a mobile home on it. And she just wants it removed. And so she's going to send me the details tomorrow, the pictures and everything, because she didn't have it with her, and trying to find the data sheet. Yeah, she said she thinks it's the 1980s.
Man, you got to double check. One time I thought I got a free mobile home. And when I finally got my hands on that title from them, man, it wasn't even the age where it could be moved.
Yeah, she seemed very unsure. So I just asked her if she can take a picture of the data sheet. And I told her all the places you can possibly find the data sheet and then send me pictures of the outside and the inside. And so I'm just waiting for the details so I can actually lay my hands on it and figure out what she actually has, because she really doesn't know.
Yeah, and then without you being able to pull up on her, you're gonna have to stay on her because you 5 hours away.
Yeah, that's the other thing. So this is my first time having somebody call me so far away. So usually it's just San Antonio or maybe the outskirts, so maybe an hour away. So 5 hours, I'm not driving there. So this is going to be my first deal that I'm really going to have to kind of stay on, and it's going to be,
my first suggestion after you do confirm it is able to be moved, because you're going to call zoning or whatever, and then depending on if it's in the county, if you're gonna go county to county to city with the zoning that allows the mobile home, Let me know if I kind of messed you up right there. You understand that?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, cool. The very first thing that I would do is I start running down on the mobile home movers. You gotta run them down because this is like the big. Y'all take your notes out. The biggest gem you can do for a mobile home that need to be moved is already have a mobile home mover lined up. That's how you
Okay.
sell a mobile home that need to be moved. Because when the very first thing they ask you is, do you know someone who can move it? That's the very first thing they ask you. You be like, yes, I do. Here go his number. This what he gonna quote. This what he quote. He could quote you depending on how far it is. He already said it's good to be able to be moved. He already checked. They got a tongue. He got the wheels. You know, if it ain't got all that, this what you're gonna need. You want to already have the answers before that buyer comes in, because that might be what makes them. That might be what make them shift to be like, you know, I'm gonna do business with them because they already came correct. They already had me lined
Okay.
all the way up.
Okay.
Because those are the type of things that we want whenever we shopping, right? You know, like, yo, okay, hey, look, hey, you got it together over here. That's the vibe that I want to feel when I'm shopping. Like, yeah, he thought about everything. Yes. Yes, we'll get it. And that's what you want them to do. But that's cool though. It's good to hear you got something out the way. Virtual wholesaling is not bad at all, man. I've done a couple deals like that. It seemed like it seemed like you want to have your feet on the ground over there, but you really don't have to with the internet. You just gotta have the parameters in place so you can't get, you know, taken advantage of.
Right. Because you said with the movers, like call the movers, I'd call the mover and say, hey, this mobile home, I'm interested in moving it. Can you come check it out and see if it can be moved?
Usually when I call mobile home movers, I'm like, hey, listen, I got a mobile home move that need to be moved, and I got like another 4 more coming for you. How soon can you get out there? I might not have 4 more moving, but I'm telling them I am. So they already just put me to the top of the list. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know, they probably get 10 calls like that every day. You know, but if you be like, yeah, and I got another 4 more for you, they already adding up 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm gonna make 20,000 on this one. Let me go check this mobile home out. You see that? You know,
Okay.
you see what I'm saying? And then if you do happen to get some more, then, you know, it ain't lying. It's just like persuading. I don't know how y'all want to put it. I don't want to make it seem bad. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, yo, you gotta get in here, because them boys do not pull up. Some of these mobile home movers will not pull up. They will be months backed up. And I don't really know how it's going down in Texas right now, but over here in South Carolina, man, you better had already spent 20,000 with somebody, or you not getting a mover. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
really, I thank God I put my little four house move in. I don't put my 20,000 bid in. But now at least everybody, because the mobile home movers know each other. So the moment they find out who you are, they're gonna be like, yo, you know who this is, and then they're gonna be like, yeah, he good, man. Yeah, I made some good money with him, but he know what he doing. Yeah, he gonna give you referrals, like, you know. So it's different levels to it whenever you're talking to some of these people, you know. But I'm just giving you all the different vibes to look out for, because your next step, no matter what, after you get that home under contract, is you're gonna have to figure out the move requirements and what it's gonna take to get the home move. Because remember, it might have been sitting there, you know. They got to board it up? One time I had to board one of my homes up. I had to pay like an extra $500 for them to board it up to make sure it don't fall apart on the ride.
Oh. Was it was it an older one?
Yeah, it was older with the metal side, and sure, you wouldn't even be able to recognize that thing now once I put that vinyl siding on it. Brand new windows, siding, whole new house. I sold that house for $70,000 with 15% interest, amortized, making $144,000 on that in 10 years.
That's what I'm trying to get to.
But I'm only gonna make $800. I'm gonna make $800 a month every month. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's up, Angel?
I said, that's amazing. I'm giving you a shout out, bruh. I like Black Boy Magic.
Oh yeah, I got 4 of those. That's over $500,000 that I know I'm gonna see in 10 years. If they
Brad, I'm becoming your new mentee.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, and I did. Only reason I did do that, to be totally honest with y'all, is was the financing with Keyhole was kind of slowing up because it's kind of fluctuate because it's so they when it comes to lending with even with like Bank of America or anybody, they always have like a pool of money, and then once they run through that pool of money, you got to wait for the pool to get get refilled back up. So I was waiting for the pool to get refilled back up. So like I said, I did the lease to own option, and I actually put the paperwork that we did inside the community that I use, and I get it notarized too at my office. I get a notary to come and notarize everything and let them know what they're buying, and they see it. I give them an amortized schedule and everything. Like, this is how much it's gonna cost at the end if you. But I do if you end up wanting to pay it off, just go ahead and pay off the 70,000. Then you could go ahead. Then I ain't gonna charge you no more interest, right? I'm just like, yeah, just get out of here. I wanted 70 anyway if you would have came cash. But if you're gonna take 10 years to do it, then I need mine.
Right.
And when you put it that way, they just like, hell, that makes sense. Yeah, but that's what I do. That's the first thing I would do with you with that home. You need to confirm that age and then confirm with zoning. Can it be moved out the county or do it need to stay in the county? And then yeah, that's the first thing you need to do. I wouldn't even get more far. Don't even think about all really getting to the move or all that. You need to confirm those two things. Write that down. Confirm the age with the title, and then confirm the zoning. You know what their age is, because I don't know what Texas is. I know over here it's like 19. I think it's 79. 1979 over here, and it's different for different cities too in the state.
Okay, yep, that's right. That's right.
Mhm.
Okay, so those two things, yeah. So that'll be my homework when she sends me those pictures back to try to confirm that as well. Because it's, yeah, I guess just that. I wish I had money for rehab because there was one, even though I probably wouldn't have taken that anyway, but there was one that needed some major work. Someone offered me a free mobile home, basically, but it was the 1980s. It's been sitting there and it just needed everything.
Well, yo, first
Everything
thing,
done.
don't wish that you had money. Don't wish that you had money. You got money. I swear, you got it. You gotta have the right way of thinking. You gotta wish for the right way of thinking. Because I'm telling you, you know how many people, even in this group, or how many family members or friends, or even if you posted on Facebook, you could have did a JV agreement. You could have did a JV with somebody where you got them home for free, and then they paid for the rehab. Then y'all split the profits. Like, you can go crazy out here. Like,
Okay.
yeah, I would have
Okay.
killed them. What? Free mobile home? Oh, yeah. Hey, buddy, let me get 20. Let me get 20. I'm about to redo this whole thing. And then we'll split either the monthly income coming in, or we're gonna split the extra profit. Even if we are both even if we made 10,000, we sold it for 30,000, right? Cash, everything we fixed for 20,000. Let's say 20,000. We already was just talking about how we don't really want to be a third in. So you could even fix it up for 10,000, just get the basics done, resell that joint for 20,000. Y'all could have split 5,000. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I was going back.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to try to get too crazy amount of money. Only time you're making them 30, 40,000 spreads is when you using the lending. Other than that, run your 3,500 a month. Run your $5,000 play. You might have 2 plays for 5,000. That's 10,000. You know, and then once you start getting good at it, and people start knowing to come to you, like, yo, she got the best prices. You know, they know you're not busting heads, and then if they see me busting their head, they know they're getting in for a price that's busting my head. You feel me? They feel like they busting my head on how they got in the house. They ain't only getting in for 5,000 and everything new, and $800 a month. They looking at it like that now. You see what I'm saying? That's the only time I'm like, yeah, it's gonna cost you this, and then they're like, dang, and I'm like, it only cost you this to get in now, and they're like, oh, okay, cool.
Dang, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. I just need to shift my mindset.
Exactly. Everything is the mindset. You see what Miss Hicks said. She said, yo, she put the houses for $4,500 on there, even though it's 45,000 in the description. That's gonna get the right people who got 4,500 to play with, hollering at you like, let me see what she's talking about. You know, I want to see what she's talking about right now. And then
Dang,
some
yeah,
people
that's
come
some
in
good
cash
gems.
like, yo, I only got 30,000, only got 25,000. And then if you only got the crib for like 15,000, you got it for free, put 10 in there. And somebody like, you only got 22,000 cash that I could. Yeah, come on. Come on. I'll see you tomorrow. Let's do the paperwork tomorrow. Because I love mobile home deals. I get the money the next day. We ain't got to go through like all the extra stuff. But yeah, now that's good. So that's the only deal you got. That's the next potential deal. So you told us about your last deal that fell through, and you told us about the next potential deal. Yeah, I'm ready to hear what you do. Next week. I'm ready to hear if you're able to move that. And then you'll probably be able to talk that lady down even more. And then you need to ask her, what are your plans after this home is moved? I like to talk to people like that. Like, what do you plan on doing? New build?
Oh yeah, I asked her. Yeah, I asked
What'd
her,
you
and she
say?
said that I'm possibly wanting to put something small. She says it's a small lot, so possibly just want to put something small on there. She's had that lot for a year, so I guess it's just time that she wants to just kind of do something with it.
Small what? Mobile home or small single family?
No, not a mobile home. It sounded like she wanted to build something like a small house on there.
Oh, okay. Little two
Yeah.
bath house, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
even offer, hey, I can get you a brand new mobile home too. Now it'd be a little cheaper to be brand new. No problems. You hit it like that, and you can
Okay.
get a double whammy. I help you get this old one off, get a new one in here with no problems, all taken care of. But right now, I would do the very first thing that I was talking about, and I'm just talking like, that's why I like to get in conversations to kind of see like, all right, dang, can I get it in again? But yeah, just first thing, just figure out those first two things I told you.
Okay. Verify the year and zoning.
Yeah, and zoning, what the city, what the county and what the city gonna require, because the county will tell you like, yeah, you won't be able to move this in the city. The city gonna want it to be X years, and then they might tell you, yeah, you can't move this because our new rule is it got to be this age, and then you'll know if you stuck like Chuck or not. And
Okay.
then she plan on living on that lot. She plan on living on that lot or renting it out.
I know it didn't seem like it. I didn't ask her that far, but it didn't seem like it because it seems like she lives somewhere else because she's had that land for a whole year and she's just like thinking of just building something on there. So it didn't seem like she was trying to live in it. So maybe she's trying to rent it out or maybe have family members in there because it didn't seem like she was trying to
If
move
they
there.
hit you with the you can't move it, if the house come back, it can't be moved. I would even offer to her like, hey, I don't know if I would or not. I would ask her to buy it and then tell her about, she wouldn't have to worry about fixing up the home. You'll just pay her lot rent, and then I'll put a renter in there, and then I'll get some, and then I'll own a finance it to somebody.
Okay, see if
Yeah.
she'd be interested to go that route.
I got 300 for you a month. For the first year, we can go up to about 400 next year. But I'm gonna have to put about, I mean, you own the home. I'm gonna have to put about 10-15,000 into the home to get it right. And then, even if you're only gonna put 10 into it, then you can do what I said, JV with somebody. Then you can own a finance it to somebody for $10,000 down, and then you can just start cash flowing, Because if you don't got the capital to be able to just go run the rehab down yourself, it's all good. Just find a partner. And then I know Miss Ruffin will tell you, she'll tell you about how to pick a partner now. She'll tell you what's going on with that. Miss Ruffin, you want to chime in?
Okay, about picking a partner to
Yeah,
JV with.
tell them the good, bad, and the ugly.
Oh man, you all may have heard me say this about courting. It's like dating. When you meet somebody that you want to partner with, if any of you all have dated, it's always that 90-day rule. The true blue ends up coming out. So that's usually my disclaimer before I work with somebody. I need to know if you like me or even if I like you. Do we mesh? Do we have the same views, directions, work ethics, all those things. I'm really, really big on that particular disclaimer from day one. Would you marry this person? So that's my big thing with JVing, because what they say needs to line up, how they're, and I've recently come into play with somebody like that I thought might have been a good fit, but after like day 35, the true blue came out. I'm like, it doesn't line up. What they said don't line up. Just like, ladies, when you're dating a man, whether it's a woman, whether it's a man you want to JV with, that I'm really, really big on that. Date them, court them, see if it works. And if it doesn't, you've already given that disclaimer and you can kind of have that truth talk. Hey, this isn't quite working. So that's my thing.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so I mean, you can always find some money for sure. But it's like she said, court them out, get a vibe for them. That's the best thing to do. But the best thing you can do is learn how to leverage other people's money, for sure.
Oh, about the money too? Yes, definitely with the money. A lot of folks now are doing withdrawals from their 401k. I forget the terminology. I met a lady that pulled money from her funds. It was like a trust. And I used that money to do one of my rehabs. So I borrowed $20,000. I had 3 months to pay her back. And the amount that I was to pay her back was $600. So I only had to pay her, and with a mobile home flip anyhow, you have that done within a month. But then it took another extra month to sell it. So I was able to pay her money back before that 3 months was out, but it was $600. So there are people, investors, that want to help and give you money. I happened to meet her from a mobile home investor meetup. And we connected, and I went to a few things that she invited me to. And she told me she had no belief in mobile homes, but because of what I did, what we do, how we provide clean, safe, affordable housing, she became a believer. And that's why she, in turn, allowed me to use her money to fund my flip.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's opening up some avenues.
Mm-hmm. You probably know a couple of investors now in your head. Now that you think about it, you know what? I didn't even think about it. Just gotta call him. He got the money. Call her. They got money. And just explain to them what you're gonna do, what the idea is. And my big thing is, like, you don't even gotta split the deal 50-50. How much do you want back if I borrow this from you? You'd be surprised. Borrowing $20,000 and only cost $600. The cost of the money is the cost of $20,000 is $600.
Right, that's a steal.
More than what they would get from the bank in over a 3-month period.
Exactly. All right. Darlene, you well on your way. Let's go. Miss Lillian. I don't think we got a chance to jump back to get it in with you real quick. What's going on? How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you all for the call. Thank you, Danielle, for reminding me. I've been busy for the last almost a month trying to get my little 2-bedroom together because my renter has skipped out on me. Didn't call and say anything, but I got the house up and ready, and the park manager actually referred somebody to me, and they're moving in on the 1st. So I had to do some final stuff. So they're moving in. My 3-bedroom, I changed the price on it through Facebook, saying instead of saying $67,500, I did $6,800 as a down payment. In the description, I put down payment 10-year financing. So Facebook is a marketplace is reviewing it, so to speak. So haven't gotten anything back on that yet.
Okay. So what they saying, first of all, congratulations with getting that new tenant. But with this $6,800 one, what's going on with that? You say you put that down on marketplace and now it's saying what?
I changed the price from $67,500 in the description. I mean, the heading. said 6,800, and I did put in the description that it was a down payment and the financing terms. I burnt my rice. And they I guess it's gone under review or something. I don't know. That's my first time ever seeing that, so I don't know. They're reviewing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, keep me posted on that. Sometimes you gotta be aware.
But I've seen plenty of other ads that, because I
Yeah, I'm
clicked
about to
on
say there's
something that's
plenty of them out
clickbait.
there.
Look, clickbait where you click on it, it's like, oh, they only want this for a car. And then it's
Mhm.
like, oh no, that's a down payment.
Man, they kill me every time I try to look up a little Corvette. They kill. I go, 3,000.
It's a
I'll
so I
take
didn't think
it.
anything was wrong, but they said they're reviewing it, so maybe it'll pass because I did put it in the description, the terms and stuff.
Okay.
So
So
I have a lot of people inquiring about it. There are a lot of people inquiring about it. There's nobody bid on it yet.
okay. So this one, the one that you got the new tenants in, how much you getting on them a month?
1440.
That's covering that crazy old lot rent they got you paying out there?
So far, so far it's still 795. She's going up to 880.
Oh, you
But
gonna
yeah.
cash flow a good 700?
Huh?
You gonna cash flow a good 700, ain't it?
660, 640, but that's good. That's set by 40, I think they're knocking into it. But
That's
I'm
cool.
actually thinking about selling it to one, because it's the old one. So I'm thinking about selling it to him. It seems like so the only thing that'll cost him is a bigger down payment. So I'm kind of waiting until he get in and actually, do he want to buy it for 5 years?
Yeah, the best people to sell to is people you rent it to. I'm telling you, but especially if they
Yeah.
get and they liking the vibes. Like,
Yeah.
And plus, once you rent to own it to them, you taking off. You ain't got to handle the liability. It's on them now to fix stuff.
Exactly.
I love that position. It's like, man, that should go out. Go fix it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're gonna turn it over. If you're gonna turn it back over now, then I'll get up under that damn thing and get them boys going.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, that's
So I
good.
worked out the numbers that he'll pay a little bit more upfront, a little bit more down payment, but the monthly payment, so he won't be struck, will be the same.
Right,
He'll just have to give a little bit more money up front. So
No,
I
that's
added
cool.
to it. But thank you all. I missed quite a few, because I've been busy for like I said, the last month, but I'm back and
Yeah,
I hear a lot
how
of good
you
stuff
back?
going on.
No, it's
I
good
just
to
a
have you
lot of
back. The
good stuff.
rehabs to have you, man. They have you working sometimes, man. For real. They have you
Yeah.
busy. What's going on with what the future look like for you after you finally get out of these homes? What you gonna do different?
Well, I have a 1 bedroom that's rented, a 2 bedroom that will be rented Saturday, the 3 bedroom we're trying to sell. Um, I missed a lot of stuff. I heard the lady say about gyms and pulling up titles and stuff like that. And I say, even if I can just start a business like helping people get their titles failed, that sounds like a good little small time something. Just different options. Like I said, I missed a lot of stuff. The
Yeah,
park
and we'll
manager and
drop the
I have a good
replay. We drop
relationship.
the replays every night, so you might want to take a good night. Love you, babe. You might want to take a night and just go ahead and just run the replays back.
Mhm.
Just run all the
Yeah.
replays that you missed because they all in there for sure.
Okay.
And even on this one, we'll drop the replays because I know Jose and Danny done jumped off here.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Sounds like a good deal.
You got any
Thank you all so
questions you can
much.
think of right now that you might need to get any help?
No, not at this moment.
Okay, how your
Not at this
contractors
moment.
holding up? They treating you right? They pulling up on time, doing what they supposed
Well,
to?
I learned some things from him with the contractors earlier. So I don't have a contractor at this moment. I guess I'll start looking for a handyman for my next venture, just seeing who's out there. But, we got scammed with one, while as my business partner, she just would not let this guy go. So, he took us for a little bit.
Mhm.
But this last one, I hired some people and I learned from the other one what not to do. So they did a better job. I didn't give the money, didn't. It's like, child, he's like, we need a draw. I said, baby, ain't no draw on the 2 week work. It's
Yeah,
supposed to be a
man.
week, it made it 2 weeks.
I done dealt with them when they be like, man, I need a pool, man. I need a pool. I need a pool of money. I need you to pool. And I'd be like, yo, listen, brother, you're not getting that. You're not getting that until like I go into a whole nother mode. Like, bro, you're not getting that until I come do the walkthrough. Now, if you ready for me to come do the walkthrough, I'll come do the walkthrough now. I'll come over there and I'll release the funds if I look at it and everything is A1. If it ain't, then you can't get it.
Yeah. Well, I just flat out. It's like it was supposed to be, as I said, a week, 2 weeks at the most. So it's like, okay, we're at 3 weeks or 2.5. I was like, baby, you might as well finish because that I'm not doing anything because I need to see what the end gonna look like. Because right now at 2.5, there's a lot of stuff to be cleaned up. And so
Mhm.
but I know how to stand my ground when I'm on my own. Like I said, when I was working with a partner, and it was, I only brought her in because I didn't have all the money. And she really would not let this guy go because he tugs on a part of heart, because she have a heart for Mexico. And he told her he's trying to adopt a family in Mexico. So she would not let him go. So, but I learned my lesson and I told her, I say, he got us because you had faith of his heart. I say I didn't got taken by a builder before. In fact, my builder built this house, my house I'm living in, it burnt down. I won my 2016. She stopped building in 2017, demanded all her money. I had to finish my own house, and she sued me for the other 55,000 that she did not get. The judge finally, 2 years ago, a year before last, awarded me $85,000 for all the stuff she didn't do and the fact that she breached her own contract. So
Mm.
all she did was close shop and start a new business. But I learned my lesson, that they're gonna ask for their money, but they ain't gonna finish. And she was a church member, female
Mm.
builder in Dallas, big name,
Mm.
just ripping people off with her 5 store and her nonprofit organization that's bringing in money. Because
Mm.
all people love heart stories. And she realized that. Oh, people love heart stories. Just tell them a story and they get to crying and feeling for you. Child, I ain't feeling for nobody. Finish the job we pay you to do.
Well, it's good to
So,
hear you on the up and up with things for sure. You got it going. Just keep the vibes right. Keep vibrating at the right frequency, and it sounds like to me you on your way. And
I am. I
definitely
just got to
go
get with.
watch all the replays that you don't missed out
Okay.
on.
I see. I missed out on a whole lot. Look, that lady kept
About
saying gems. I
you
was
missed
like,
out on
child,
about
she
three,
done
four
found
of
a
them
whole
things
lot.
now.
Yeah.
We got you back
Okay.
now. Let's go.
Okay. Well, you all have a wonderful evening.
All right, you too. And Miss
Okay.
Tamisha, what's going on over there? I know you've been quiet today. I want to hear what's going on with this land home deal now. How we gonna get you this spread?
I did message her about a meeting. They're going out of town this weekend, so we'll solidify a date when she gets back on Monday.
That's it right there. Now, what's the questions we asking her when you get there?
I already answered them questions. Asked them questions. It is. Hold on a second. The land is not cleared off, and it is a. Let me see how much land it is. I want to say it's an acre.
I think we asked what was the setback too, right?
Oh, I didn't have that question. It's 1 acre, for sure.
Okay.
And it's not cleared off.
Was it city water, city sewer?
No, I had already asked that before.
It was well and septic, ain't it?
Yeah, well and septic, and those have to be, put in.
Yeah. And now I want to go ahead and put you on a straight game. With them being out there where we at? Are they in Rutherford or Polk County? Which one?
Polk County.
Yeah, so I'm already let you know right now. I'm dealing with it right now. I got a house with land. It's gonna cost 15,000 for that well, baby girl.
Okay.
15 for the well. And reason it is that's what the price don't went up to, and it's gonna take 6 months, almost 5 to 6 months, for them to come out there and drill it. Cause that's how far the well people are backed up right now. in Polk County. And I've been hearing that people been getting E. coli in their wells, which
So
is
how do you prevent that?
which is human feces.
You
Yeah. So you might want to see if they got any options of tapping. You can ask City Water. You can have them call City Water about that. But they might have to put a line all the way down there. It'll end up almost costing 10,000-15,000, but at least you know it's coming from the city and it's being treated and got a water meter on it. It'll make the house worth a little bit more. But yeah, I know the septic gonna be about 8, well gonna be 15. So I'll go ahead and put that inside your margins, and then the crib might be 100. So we had about 120 without the move, plus another 10, but plus another 20 for the move with the setup. Almost at like 140, 160. They got a pre-approved for 280. They probably only want to spend 200. They're already almost at 200.
mm-hmm.
So
you said 15 because you was talking fast.
yeah, so
8K for what?
septic.
The septic. Mm-hmm.
And then 15 for the well.
I got that for the well. Yeah, 10K.
And then about 100,000 for the home. Then another 20 for the setup and move. And then another 5. You want to say 8, you want to say 6,000 for the clearing and grading. No, just go ahead and say 8,000 for clearing and grading. And how much that is total?
Like 151 in it.
Is that how much it came out to? 151?
I'm putting it in my calculator. That's what I got in my head. Hold on. That's 151. Yeah, I was right.
Cool. 151. Let's say they want to spend about 200. It's still about almost 40. And then just say another 10,000 for miscellaneous stuff that we might be missing. And then that's 161. And then they probably be cool with spending 200,000 if they can save 80,000. So was what about a $40,000 spread in there?
Mm-hmm.
And then the reason I'm saying that because that well could go up to 20,000 depending on how far they got to dig. Because it's 18 per grout, 18 per foot that they drill. So it's like $36 in totals per foot for the well that they got to drill, and they got to go almost 300 feet down. So 36 times 400.
Yeah.
You see, it would have about 14. Thank you, Kim. Who birthday? Who birthday back there? Birthday balloons. Oh, you on that calculator. Who birthday balloons is that behind you? Tamisha?
Oh, I'm like, who is he talking to? Graduation.
You. Huh?
Graduation.
Oh, graduation. It is that time, right?
Yeah, I had two graduate. One graduated from college and one graduated from high school.
Okay. That's nice. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you need to go ahead and get that meeting for sure. Lock that meeting day in. If you even need to call me for anything during that time, just let me know.
I will. It'll more than likely be like next Saturday.
Okay. Say they out of town or something?
They're out of town this weekend. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we'll run it up. It's nothing. Let's go. So what
Thank you.
what are you doing for the next move now? What's up with that? What's next?
So the mobile home park of what is it? East area. So going from East Main Street to Gaffney. I don't know if it's Cowpens or what it is, but it's a mobile home park for sale over there. And it has like 4 vacant lots over there.
Is it in
I
Mayo,
was
South Carolina?
riding to my daughter's grad. Huh?
Is that in Mayo?
I don't know if there's Mayo or not, because it's like right in there, it's like Cowpens, Converse, Packlet.
So they said the whole park for sale?
It's a sign out in front of it.
You took a picture?
I did.
You called them yet?
I didn't.
Yeah, it's some stuff you gotta ask them for sure. You ready for a park?
Not really. I ain't ready for no park.
I mean, I look at it like this. How many is it? How many of them is it?
I didn't ride all the way in there because it was the way it was kind of dark, starting to get dark, and I was like, nah. And then so it's weird because it's like a brand new double wide in the front. Then it's like a brand new single wide or rehab single wide behind that. Then behind that, it looked like something 1970 run over.
They're gonna charge.
And I couldn't really see on the other side.
Price, just because they. Yeah, I mean,
so I almost feel like that some people may not be moving over there because of them old. I mean, like the ones that's over there that's old, they old.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, you don't even know what them dang vinyl siding and new windows do, man. Turn them to a whole new house.
I can believe it. I got did I look at it? I tried to find it, but I couldn't even find it on the website.
Yeah.
But I do got a phone number.
Yeah, you got the phone.
And that was just me being curious for real. That was just me being straight curious.
No, that's cool that you're curious because I might know somebody that might buy that. Like, and then we could just like split some commissions or something, you know?
Okay.
We can do something like that.
And okay.
Down, see what they do.
Okay. Do you want me to send you this?
Yeah, you can send it over to me. But yeah, just let you know that if anything did come from it, we'll just split it for sure. I'm gonna give us a finder's fee.
Okay.
Especially since it's in the cut.
It literally is. Well, I wouldn't say totally in the cut. Like it's literally off that highway straight going into like Gaffney. So from the east side of Spartanburg, what is that? Main Street? Yeah, Main Street. East Main Street.
Yeah,
so
I know. I think I
Main
know
Street.
which one you're talking about. It's like 2 parks over there. And it's near that school on the right side of it. I mean,
Yep.
It's on
right
the left side, right?
It's on the right side.
If you coming back from Gaffney.
If you coming back from Gaffney, it's gonna be on the left. If you going to Gaffney, it's gonna be on the right.
Maybe in that picture I can tell.
And it's a sign that say Clifton Post Office. So I'm gonna assume that it's Clifton.
I don't know. Send it over. I'll try to run them down, see if they want to take some type of offer. I'll see if I can wholesale it to my guy, or see what type of deal we can work out with a finder's fee. And then I let them know that we got
What number do I send it to?
same one.
I
864
got like
803.
2 numbers. Yeah, got it. All right.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay. I'll make sure I send it. The other question I had, I guess you could say, I have been looking like on Facebook, just like Facebook Market, just seeing what's out there. So I have seen like several mobile homes that don't have titles to them for sale. So I mean, when I say I'm green to the game, I'm totally green. I don't even know where to start to like learn, if you want to know the truth.
Mm-hmm.
So in a situation like that, like, listening to everybody talk today, and where would I know even how to look for that here in South Carolina?
Looking for people that don't got their titles.
Or where would I get it?
Where would you get the title back from? I'm trying to understand the question. So you like, yo, I see mobile.
So like say Kim was talking today. She was saying how, she was able to, find a title for someone, like really quickly, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it may be something that she had purchased or whatever, so it's coming straight to her. But I'm just saying, in general, let's just say that's something I say, hey, you need a title for your mobile home, hit me up, don't have a title, whatever. Where would I get that information from?
Oh, that'd be Jose. Jose will run you through it. He'll run you all the way through it. And then we got Kim.
Right.
We got Kim who just did it too.
Can I just add something real quick, Brad?
Oh, of course.
You are in the perfect place to learn. Let me tell you, I've been doing this for many years and I learned something. I take so many notes on every single call. It's not even funny. The title thing, I thought I knew how to do titles, but get on every single call that you can, or go back and watch the replay, because the answers to your questions are right there. Take your time, make some notes, and then implement, take action, and you can really see yourself grow. Take it easy, step by step, be methodical, and you'll grow. But this is you said you don't know where to start. This is the place to start.
Okay.
They don't get
just happen to find
information. This is an excellent place.
Okay. Thank you.
And then once you find somebody, once you actually like write somebody and they like, yeah, I wouldn't mind giving you the mobile home for free or whatever price they're gonna do, then drop that into the community and say, hey, I just talked to somebody, they don't have a title. I'm looking to grab this to maybe put it right back up on the market for maybe say you got it for free, trying to just sell it for a quick $3,500, $5,000, and they need to be moved, or they need to have got lot rent to it. Just get some details about it, and then everybody can jump in who's very familiar with getting the titles back for you, because every situation is gonna be different depending on the house. Like I believe Kim's was more like they just had to find the right person, and they already had the title, and they just got the duplicate from them. So it was a little simpler. It wasn't like just it wasn't just like a whole title missing. You know what I'm saying? Like
it did start out, but I still had the phone number from the person who I purchased it from in 2021. And because of her substance abuse issues, I didn't think I could get a hold of her. But I thought, let me try. I reached her on one of the numbers and she was more than willing to cooperate. So something that I thought was not going to be an easy process turned out to be much easier, because I was able to get a hold of the person who I sold it to, who was then able to give me her information to order a duplicate title. So it turned out much easier.
Yeah, that's good. That was good. That was good.
And I just sent you the true people search. So whenever you finally get some info and get some, and you can start running down some people about that, So if somebody's serious, like, hey, I got a mobile home, but I ain't got a title to it, then you just got to drop that in the chat, and then we'll get in there. And if you even need to do one-on-one, like just holler at Jose. Jose will help you out. He can help you out with every step. Mark can help you out with every step on that. Me personally, I haven't done one title joint like that yet.
Okay. I just have seen like several of them locally. So
Oh yeah, it's a
At
gold
least
mine.
about 3.
This is stuff people don't know for sure. It's a gold mine. Man, what? People lose them
I wish,
titles every day.
I wish I knew that before because there were double wides for free. 2 double wides. You can have them, no titles. And I didn't know. So that was like last year.
Man,
But
what? I passed up on probably 20 deals.
wow, the fact that we have this group and that we're able to learn, this can be so profitable and we can help people at the same time.
Exactly.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, ladies, we done did about almost 2.5 hours worth of digging today.
Yes.
And that was real good. We got plenty of gems. I can't wait to see all the gems everybody grab and put inside the community tonight. Darlene, welcome to the group once again. And yeah, man, I'm gonna go rest. I've been working my aunt all day, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, I feel like I gotta broke my damn back. I ain't gonna never do that again. I'm gonna tell her, listen, I'm just gonna pay for the movers for you. Like, we ain't even doing this no more. Like, we good.
Oh, I learned that lesson. I learned it only took one time, and
I
it's
ain't doing it.
it's worth paying every penny to the
I don't even
movers.
move myself. I was just trying to,
Oh dang.
auntie. This auntie that bought me every damn thing. When you coming up, always bringing surprises to the house. That auntie. I'm like, I can't leave.
Mhm.
Dang it. I'm gonna come out there put some muscle in there.
That was
Oh
so
yeah,
hey,
I'd offer here, put some money towards the movers. Here we go. That's my contribution.
Yeah, my back gone. I ain't even going to the gym tonight. If I go to the gym tonight, I'm just hitting the sauna.
Yeah, but no, I'm very. Oh, go ahead, Kim.
oh, I just said that's the reason to go to the sauna.
Yeah, just
Oh
go and go
yes.
relax.
Very much so. Yeah, I just wanted to say I'm very appreciative of the group because even on the last call, I could see just the gems dropping. I was like, I think this is what I need to connect the dots. I think this is what is missing. So I'm very appreciative of the time, answering the questions, just everything. So thank you so much.
Oh man, you welcome, man. You welcome. Miss Darlene, welcome to the crew. And if you got some more friends and family members that might want to learn a little bit more, invite them too, okay?
Sure will, sure will. Thank you so much.
All right. All right, ladies, y'all enjoy yourself tonight.
You
Thank
too.
you.
Have a
Good
good
night.
night.
Have a good
Thank you.
evening. Bye.
Bye.